What's up, guys? Fancy Joe back here with another mock draft, bringing you the second mock draft of the week. We're bringing you two mock drafts from here on out. So if you want to stick around for this content, please do hit that subscribe button down below, like the video, comment down below. I'll respond as always. Doing a mock draft today from the 109 spot. Doing a 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, half point PPR from the 109. Let's hop into it. Yeah, gonna bring you guys a series on the case for the number one pick in dynasty drafts, or if you're interested in looking at the top rookies for redraft, I would recommend checking out those series. Gonna be videos on Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase already out, Najee Harris coming soon. Check out. I'll be doing that. Travis Etienne, Devonta Smith, a lot of players. Check those videos out. Okay, so we're at the 109, and I have Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyreek Hill available. I'm gonna draft Aaron Jones here. I think him going back to Green Bay is going to be awesome for him. Huge winner in free agency because of that. I think he, with Jamal Williams leaving as well, is going to be utilized more in the passing game for sure. I think he can go from, close to that 70 potential catch range. I think over 60 is pretty safe, though. Pretty reasonable as well. And I think he can be given 1,100 plus yards on the ground every year, and I think he can be, a major touchdown player. Because of that reason, I'm going to take him here. Ezekiel Elliott is also a very good player, but I just like Aaron Jones a little bit better. So I'm going to take him, and we'll see who gets to us. So after Aaron Jones went, Zeke went, then Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Cam Akers, Austin Eckler. So now Stefon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, Pat Mahomes is available. Antonio Gibson is the best running back available. This pick is pretty easy for me. Stefon Diggs. I think he's an absolute stud. To get Aaron Jones and Stefon Diggs is a dream start to a draft for me. Or even if I could have just got DeAndre Hopkins there, I would have loved it. But to get Stefon Diggs, who I think is a little bit better, major win there. Okay, James Robinson's still available. So is Allen Robinson, Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. I really want to take Julio Jones here. I would rather like James Robinson, but at the same time, I'm going to take Julio here and hope I can get Chris Carson in the next round. So I'll take Julio here. I think everyone sleep on him too much. Take him in my second wide receiver spot. Feel really good about my wide receivers. And boom, Chris Carson did get to me after Josh Jacobs, Allen Robinson, James Robinson, DJ Moore, David Montgomery, and Chris Godwin went off the board. Chris Godwin is available, so is Mike Evans, but I am going to take Chris Godwin. And I really like that start. I think getting Chris Godwin in the fourth round is one of my favorite values I've been consistently getting in mock drafts. Really like him in Seattle. If they do go back to, I think they're going to run the ball no matter what more than they did last year. And I think he's definitely going to be the featured back. They paid him some money. They committed to him. I think he is going to be a worthwhile fantasy investment every year. He's a bargain. I think he's like Mark Ingram was a few years ago for the Saints. Before people realized how good he was really and was getting all that work. And every year you get him pretty late in the draft. I think that's what Chris Carson is. Cooper Kupp is still available. I really like Cooper Kupp this year. T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, Odell Beckham, Ronald Jones, Raheem Mostert, David Johnson, Myles Gaskin. Lamar is still available as well. I do like Lamar Jackson. Haven't picked him in a mock draft. You know what? We're going to take Lamar here, see how the team turns out. I really like the start we have, too. Feel really solid about our first 4 picks. Solid enough that I'm ready to make a gamble. Take Lamar Jackson just because the 1,000-yard rushing upside. Let's say I do get a year where he can throw, 28 touchdowns or something. Then take a wide receiver in this wide receiver heavy draft after not being able to sign a lot in free agency. Then I can get Sammy Watkins, who I think is at least a decent, player still. But if they could go out and require, somebody through the draft that could follow them, that would be ideal situation for Lamar Jackson if they add somebody through the draft, another weapon for him. Okay, T. Higgins is still available. Ronald Jones, Raheem Mostert, David Johnson, Myles Gaskin, Odell Beckham, Will Fuller. I'm going to take Odell Beckham Jr. I think he could have a bounce back. I think getting him in the 6th round is enough of a value. I'll take him. He's an upside pick. I'd like to take upside in these middle rounds. Again, when you start as safe as I did with those first 4 picks. Sure, I took Lamar Jackson, which isn't great for depth, but get a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., who has a wide range of outcomes. I like that. I'm going to snag another receiver as well. I'm going to take Robby Anderson. I really like Sam Darnold going to Carolina. I think Robby Anderson's a big winner of that move. He's a deep threat. I think Sam Darnold's going to get more time. He's never played on a team this good with this good of an offensive line. I'm going to take Robby Anderson. He's the only receiver on the team that has a rapport with Sam Darnold. So I'm going to take him here in case Odell doesn't work out. Feel good about my wide receiver depth as well with those picks. David Johnson still available. Damien Harris, Jarvis Landry. I'm going to take Damien Harris, honestly. I think he has a chance to win that job in New England. I'll take him there. Let's see who's still going to be available. Michael Gallup, Devin Singletary, Jamison Crowder, James Conner. There's rumors of him going to Arizona. Heard about that today. Naeem Hines in Indy, Tariq Cohen. You know what? I'm honestly going to take James Conner on the fact that he could go to Arizona. I think he'd be the starter there. Take him, another solid running back depth piece that I could slide in there. I'm also probably, I think A.J. Dillon has already been drafted. Couldn't take that handcuff if I wanted to. Mike Williams is still available. I think he's a value. I really do think he's just a talented football player. Ooh, Michael Pittman's available as well, though. You know, I will take Michael Pittman. I haven't taken him in many drafts. He is the wide receiver one, it looks like, in the Indianapolis Colts. Even then, T.Y. Hilton is coming back. Looks like T.Y. Hilton, or Michael Pittman, excuse me, is going to get most of the targets, so I'll take him there. Another depth piece. I do like this team so far. I think I've got a lot of, upside and solid picks. J.D. McKissick is available. He's the top running back. Phillip Lindsay. I'm actually going to take Phillip Lindsay here. I think he is the best running back on the Houston Texans, even though I don't think that's a great situation. Really limited as far as running backs go at this point in the draft, so I'm going to take him, bet on the talent of Phillip Lindsay, winning that job and being a potential talent and potential scoring a lot of fantasy points. I'm also going to take Jeff Wilson Jr. here. I think he has a really good chance of, maybe not being the starter in San Francisco, but having those burst games and being a guy that's subbed in and utilized to keep all of them healthy. I think they're going to look to sub those guys in and out a lot this year. Okay, so we punted tight end to the very end, and we're going to take Irv Smith Jr., only guy in Minnesota, now that Kyle Rudolph went to New York after he was cut, so I'm going to take him here. I don't mind that pick at all. I would have taken tight end at the very last pick to get Irv Smith Jr. He's a talented guy. Could do a lot worse, in my opinion, than him. Henry Ruggs is available. I'll take Henry Ruggs just an upside. He is a fast guy. You never know. Sound like Al Davis there, but just got to take a shot. He does have high draft capital, and you got to see what they're going to do at receiver this year. To round out the draft, I'll take Parris Campbell. I think they're sleeping on him too much, and now I have Parris Campbell and Michael Pittman Jr., so I have a good chance of getting the number one there. Let's go to the team. At quarterback, we've got Lamar Jackson, running back Aaron Jones, running back Chris Carson, wide receiver Stefon Diggs, wide receiver Julio Jones, tight end Irv Smith Jr., flex Odell Beckham Jr., Robby Anderson on the bench, Damien Harris, James Conner, Michael Pittman, Phillip Lindsay, Jeff Wilson Jr., Henry Ruggs, and Parris Campbell to round it out. If you like this video and you made it till now, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe for more videos like this. More redraft videos as we get closer to draft season, dynasty content coming your way. Until next time, this is Fantasy Joe.